Hi, everybody. Sorry, I have to go back and start from the beginning here. My Wi-Fi booted me out. I'm having so many issues today. So today I am talking about stress and aromatherapy, um, stress and emotional aromatherapy, and things that we can do to help ourselves during stressful times. So I am sure you or someone you know are struggling with the feeling of like you're being on an emotional roller coaster, especially right now. The uncertainty of day-to-day life in the world that we live in right now is adding to everyone's stress levels, including our children, that's for sure. When our routines get off course like they have this year, we take on extra stress on top of our normal, just regular stressors. So the lack of activities, especially social activities, is horrible for our overall well-being. Even if you're an introvert, a lot of people think, well, I'm an introvert. This is fine for me. But truly speaking, no matter who we are, humans in general just need certain things like physical touch and whatnot, to actually make different hormones release. And that is what helps create our emotions. So, when special occasions such as birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, things like that don't get celebrated with our normal traditions, it creates a lot of stress in our lives that we might not even realize. Of course, money can be a stressor on regular days, but even in times like this, it can be heightened. Being around the people that we live with, our significant others, siblings, parents, roommates, whoever you live with, or just being alone all the time, whatever your living situation is, that can all be very, very stressful and add to your levels of stress. Um, so, when we're thinking about, oh, do I just have regular stress? Do I have chronic stress? Think of some of these things that I'm going to list off. And it's not everything, but it's definitely a start of some of the symptoms that you or your loved ones can be experiencing if you are um, part of this cycle of chronic stress. So, headaches. I'm talking about not just a headache here or there, but do you get multiple headaches? Do you get headaches that last for long periods of time? Um, if you can answer yes to any of the things that I'm going over right now, definitely start to really, really take in some of the stuff that I'm saying. Okay. So, heartburn, rapid breathing, increased heart rate, fertility problems, um, low sex drive, or things such as erectile dysfunction, missed periods, irregular periods, increased feelings of depression, increased feelings of anxiety, insomnia. Do you get sick really, really easily or often? Because that is a sign of a weakened immune system. Um, are your blood sugar levels too high? Stress can cause a liver to release extra sugar, which or glucose, into our bloodstream, and prolonged abundance can put you at risk for type 2 diabetes. um, High blood pressure. Stress hormones tighten our blood vessels, which cause our blood pressure to rise. Stomach issues such as nausea, constipation, diarrhea, other digestive issues also start to increase. Sorry that my phone keeps going off. It's really annoying. Let's see if I can turn that off. Okay, sorry about that. Stress, however, is a natural and physical it's a natural physical and emotional reaction to our life experiences. So everyone experiences stress from time to time, and there are three different types of stress, like stress triggers, I'll call them. There's physical, so that is anything from trauma to accidents, injuries, falls. It truly happen, like physically happens. Chemical is flu, bacteria, viruses, blood sugar levels, toxins that we get from in our food, toxins we get from cleaning products and household things, our beauty products, toxins from our environment. We can't control necessarily the toxins from our environment. Um, because obviously we can't control everything that's in our air and soil and all that kind of stuff. But we can reduce our toxin exposure by making sure that we are choosing good foods to eat and we are making smart choices when it comes to our cleaning supplies and our beauty products and all of those things that we think of every single thing you use from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, from toothpaste to shampoo to laundry detergent to dish detergent, you name it, depending on how it's made, a lot of the products that the US allows us to purchase in the store have horrible toxins in it for us. I do another class about that. Reach out to me either on Facebook. Here on the, you can do the Facebook Sense of Health with Nicole. You can reach out to me there, or you can email me directly at themapofyourlife@gmail.com. I can definitely get you more information on like living a toxin-free life, or at least a reduced toxin life. It is hard to get rid of all of it, okay? But I would love to get more information. I just can't in this class. So, um, uh, so those are the three: the chemical, physical, and emotional. So emotional stress comes from not knowing an outcome, not being able to control a situation, when our perception is telling us that there is a threat or a danger, or when our perception is telling us that something is going to be worse in our lives. That is what causes the third type of stress, which is the emotional stress. Um, every stressful thought, I know you guys have probably all heard of the placebo effect. Okay, well, there's also something called the nocebo effect. And so every stressful thought is like taking a nocebo pill. The nocebo effect is the opposite, clearly, of the placebo effect. And so the placebo effect ultimately is a phenomenon that some people experience a benefit after the administration of an inactive substance, such as a sugar pill or a saline solution. Well, the nocebo effect is when our thoughts or beliefs create harm in our body or health issues. So it's a harmless thing that causes harm because you believe it is harmful. So, um, I'm going to explain more on what I'm talking about in just a second here. So, anything from our everyday responsibilities like work to family, serious events in our life, relationships, serious events meaning things like a new health diagnosis, war, death of a loved one. The list goes on and on and on. Those can trigger stress. For immediate short term situations, stress can actually be beneficial to our health. It can help us cope with potentially serious situations. However, that continuous stress um, cycle can trigger the nocebo effect and cause your body to become part of a vicious cycle that I'm going to talk more about here in just a second. Let's get to the. Okay. So, when what happens to our body when we are faced with stress? Okay. Our inner brain is a little tiny part. It's like a little tiny message tower command center called the hypothalamus. And that sends out an order for our body to release and send in the stress hormones. And these stress hormones are the same ones that trigger our body's fight or flight response, which is also called our sympathetic nervous system. Okay. So, when this happens, our heart races, our breath quickens, our muscles get ready to take action. The response was designed to protect our body in an emergency by preparing us to be able to react quickly or adapt to our situation. We tap into our body's resources so we can survive the situation of our outer world. All organisms are created to be able to survive short term stress. When we are in survival mode and our fight or flight response, like I said, the sympathetic nervous system is turned on. There's a surge of energy, adrenaline, our pupils dilate, our salivation like our saliva glands, those shut down, our heart starts to race, our respiratory rate increases, blood moves from our like internal organs to our outer extremities. And it limits the amount of blood that actually goes to our internal organs because, like, for example, with our stomach, at this point, we are not, it's not time to eat. It's not time to digest food. It's time to get to safety. I don't know if you know this, but our brain, its true job is to make sure that we stay alive. And so it is constantly looking for danger. Um, so when our stress response system turns on, our body is now preparing itself to do what it needs to do. So our body thinks it's time to run or fight or hide, which I'll also call freeze. So if there is an actual danger, once you're to safety, about 30 minutes later, this sympathetic nervous system will start to shut off. And then your body is going to need to rest and repair. So usually when something really, really stressful happens, you will start to feel tired after it starts to calm down. Or when you're back to a safe place. So when the stress response keeps firing day after day from chronic stress, it can put your overall health at serious risk. No organism can live in emergency mode for an extended period of time. I'm just going to go back to this one little slide for just a second here. Down here, so I talked about these three types of stress, right? So these three triggers of stress turn on your fight or flight um, response, and it makes your muscles tense and all these other things happen. So then it causes something called subluxation. Now, subluxation is a condition from being tense all the time and from being in emergency mode all the time. This subluxation actually causes disease. Okay. So think about the nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system, as the emergency system that is like the gas pedal in a car. It gets everything revved up and going. Okay. But the parasympathetic nervous system is the nervous system of relaxation, regeneration, metabolism. So if we're living in the constant state of stress, um, if you know, it's like almost like we're an addict. We become conditioned to the rush and arousal of the chemicals that are released in the time that we're stressed out. And when that happens, people will begin to use problems and stress in their life to reaffirm their addiction to that emotion. We become so conditioned to the feeling of these chemicals and what they provide so that we need things in our life that are stressful. We need that bad job, those toxic coworkers, that toxic relationship, whether it's with a friend or a significant other. Um, we need difficult situations in our life to keep getting that rush of adrenaline and energy and other hormones that are being released. So people become addicted to the life that they actually hate, that they complain about. So, um, do you strive, not strive, thrive on stress? You know, if you become addicted to adrenaline and cortisol and the feeling that it provides in your body, you truly can become addicted. So, um, it gets to the point where people actually seek out or create their own issues. Um, I'm sure we all can think of someone that we have met at some point in our life where you're like, man, it just feels like they're constantly creating, something out of nothing. It is because of the feeling that they get from the hormones that are released when things are stressful and not going right. And they become addicted to it. So, like I was saying, people seek it out, they create their own, and they latch off to others so that they can feed off of the other person's like misery, which is kind of where the old saying goes, misery loves company, because it really does. Okay. So, um, in our brain, along the top, we have the neocortex, and that's the thinking part of our brain. Because of the size of our neocortex, we can make thought more real than everything else. And just by thinking about our problems, people can actually turn on the stress response just from thoughts. So, what does that mean? It means you truly can be addicted and become addicted to your thoughts. Your It has been scientifically proven that long-term effects of hormones of stress pushing the genetic buttons can actually create disease. So ultimately, your thoughts can literally make you sick. So, why is it important that we learn these things? It is important because your overall wellness is in your hands. I'm not saying only you can handle stuff. We all need doctors and we all need a variety of doctors. Um, But no one knows you or your children better than you do. It is important that you communicate all health concerns with your doctors. By knowing things that actually work well for you and your loved ones, you place yourself in the driver's seat of your wellness plan. Education is empowering, right? So, when you educate yourself on different things, that can help meet your goals, it is important that you really truly learn all the different things. um, so it's important, like I was saying, because education is the key importance to taking control of our health. Two, stumbling over words now, chronic stress can not only create health issues, it can factor in destructive behaviors, such as overeating, um, or the opposite, anorexia and bulimia, because now you feel like you're in control of something. Because a lot of times people feel like they're not in control of their stress. And I will get to that in just a second. Um, you know, alcohol and drug use, social withdrawal, these behaviors on their own create their own health issues on top of other health issues that you could be experiencing from chronic stress, just from like the actual stress itself. And then also, number three, in addition to health problems that I listed earlier on in this, chronic stress can cause pre existing conditions such as asthma or emphysema to actually worsen. So it is really, really, really important that you understand what stress can actually do to you. Okay. So, how can we make sure we don't fall into this cycle of stress? And like I said, everyone um, experiences stress. It's just how we think about it, how we manage it, all the things that we need to do. Okay. So, one thing that I want to say is I follow a life coach named Brooke Castillo, and she is amazing. So, if you ever get a chance to listen to her, you can actually listen to her podcast. She seriously is fantastic. But she stresses her model of our thoughts create our feelings, which drive our actions, which determine our results. And if you stop and think about that, it is absolutely amazing to really think about that. Okay. So our thoughts create our emotions and feelings, which drive our actions, which determine our results. If we're thinking horrible, negative things all the time, our feelings that it's creating are negative, sad, depressed, whatever. And when we're doing those things, our actions are very minimal or they're destructive or whatever. And then, of course, we're in this cycle of things aren't going right and um, our results are bad. That's not stuff that we want, right? So if we can change our thought process and how we think about things, we can change our feelings and in turn change what our results are. So, um, um, so how do we make sure that we don't fall into this cycle and become addicted to our thoughts? How can we get ourselves out of the cycle if we take a step back right now and say, "Oh my goodness, this sounds like me," right? So, whether you're new to essential oils or have been using them for years, the topic of emotional aromatherapy is fascinating and it's applicable in everyday life. Um, you can use essential oils for so many different things, but if you've never tried essential oils for to manage your emotions, it's definitely worth a try because you are missing out on some of the amazing benefits that essential oils have to offer. And we're just going to talk about some of these oils and the power that they have when it comes to managing mood, why you'd want to use them for emotional benefit. And of course, the specific doTERRA products that can help manage your mood when you're overwhelmed or just need calming and peaceful feelings. I'm going to go over these things with you. Okay. So you ultimately can train your brain um, to calm itself. And I will talk about how in just a little bit here. So the history of aromatherapy. Uh, Essential oils have been used for centuries. The idea of aromatherapy isn't new and it's not a fad or a trend. In ancient civilizations like China, Greece, Rome, India, people actually recognized the power that essential oils had to influence human emotion and often used these oils for religious ceremonies and rituals. For that very, very reason. So, although these ancient people recognized the power of aromatherapy, the term aromatherapy actually um, wasn't officially coined until the 20th century. So, it took many years for scientists to realize how beneficial essential oils are for emotions. And it wasn't until the 1990s when substantial research helped biologists to prove what the people of ancient Greece and China and all those countries I was talking about earlier, were saying that the essential oils created the responses in the body to influence our emotions and mood. Okay, so the science behind emotional aromatherapy is chemical responses, triggers in the brain, and then you create your own personalized experience. So, as you might know, essential oils, every single one of them has its own unique chemical makeup. The chemical design of an essential oil determines what it's useful for. Some chemical elements make an essential oil useful for cleaning, while others make it beneficial for the skin and uplifting, you name it, it goes on and on. Okay. So, when it comes to aromatherapy, essential oils can be used to create specific emotional responses depending on their chemical makeup. When an essential oil is inhaled, it travels through the nose and is processed by a portion of the brain that is responsible for controlling our sense of smell. Okay. And from there, the aromatic pathways connect the scent to the part of the brain where memories and experiences are stored. And the aroma travels through as it travels through the aromatic pathways, memories are triggered and then in turn give us an emotional response. So um, think of a certain cologne. You might smell it and think of like your grandpa, and maybe your grandpa hasn't even been around for a really long time. Our brain is so intelligent and can just hold on to that, and that memory will come back every time you smell that specific cologne. So, because everyone has different memories and life experiences, each of us will have different responses when using essential oils for managing our emotions. No two people will have the exact response to an oil. But if you use the correct oils, it is easy to manage mood and emotion using the aroma of essential oils. Okay. So, in our stressful, ever changing world, there are many sources that can be used to manage emotions. And you might be wondering, why should I use essential oils? First, one of the biggest reasons is they are natural. So you can go to the store and maybe get, I think I've seen essential oils even at Target. However, you need to be very, very careful on what oils you get. There are a lot of companies that sell oils and they add synthetic substances in them to make them like so that they can get more out of what they've actually received from plants. So you want to make sure that you're getting them from a safe place, okay? Um, and doTERRA oils are 100% safe and pure and natural, okay? So, when you're using the right ones, they're natural. They're safe substances that won't cause harmful problems or endanger your health and body. Many of the substances and sources we use to manage stress or deal with our emotions end up hurting us in other ways. So, using essential oils for mood management provides a safe and simple way to deal with complex emotions that are constantly changing. Second, essential oils provide a great way to quickly alter your mood. In many cases, you can start to feel the calming, soothing, or uplifting effects of an essential oil from the moment you open the bottle and start inhaling that essential oil's aroma, or by applying them to the skin or diffusing them in the air. It all allows you to quickly alter your mood because the oil will generate emotional response within the brain from the first sniff. Okay. And then lastly, essential oils provide um, the user with a convenient way to manage your mood nearly at any time of day in any location. You can carry them with you wherever you go. While there are other ways to manage your mood and emotion, speaking to friends or going to a counselor, doing physical activities like yoga, giving ourselves a break by taking a vacation, these are all things that are important and we should be doing and incorporating into our lives and routines, but they're not always practical right in the moment when you want to alter your mood. So you might be seeing a therapist, okay? And that's fantastic. But say you're stressed out today and your appointment's not until Tuesday. What do you do from now until Tuesday? Right? So you don't want to be stressed out until then. There are things that you can do, like using essential oils that can help you deal and kind of regroup and reconnect. Okay. So, however, essential oils provide a simple way to manage your emotions while at work, home, school, or anywhere when you're driving. Say traffic is driving you crazy. You can breathe in some essential oils and change how you're feeling. Okay. So, how do I use my essential oils to manage my emotions? So, now that you've had a little introduction to the history and science of emotional aromatherapy, you might be wondering, what can I do? How can I use them, right? So, when it comes to aromatherapy, essential oils they can basically be categorized into one of two categories. They can be uplifting and they can be calming. So, calming essential oils mostly consist of floral oils due to their chemical makeup. Uplifting oils are usually in the citrus, spice, or mint family because these plants produce oils with invigorating, uplifting, and energizing aromas. This is an emotional therapy wheel. The wheel breaks down the emotional effects of essential oils even further. The chemical makeup and the unique plant part of each essential oils gives it grounding, soothing, calming, renewing, harmonizing, energizing, warming, uplifting properties. When you want to produce a specific feeling or an emotion, you can choose the essential oil that best fits your needs. So you can definitely figure out you can look at this. If you want this, I can actually send you a copy of just the emotional aromatherapy wheel. I can text it to you. I can email it to you. You name it. I can get it to you. Okay. So um, we offer an emotional aromatherapy kit because essential oils provide such powerful ways to influence emotions. We've created the aromatherapy system with essential oil blends that are designed to target specific emotions. Each essential oil in the blend in the emotional aromatherapy system uses specific plant extracts and chemical components to help promote feelings of motivation, happiness, peace, comfort, and more. Okay. Um, so you can check this kit out and all the other products I'm going to talk about here in just a second. You can check them out at my.doterra.com/Nicole Snell one, the number one. And it had under this emotional aromatherapy system is actually under the kits and collections section on there under shopping. So you can definitely look at it and look at each of, I'm going to talk about these oils individually right now, but you can look at them on there as well. Okay. So These are all blends that I'm gonna talk about, okay? And, they're part of the emotional aromatherapy system. So, the blend Motivate is our encouraging blend. It's a mix of peppermint, clementine, coriander, basil, and melissa. It helps promote feelings of confidence, courage, and belief. Use it when you need to regain confidence or counteract feelings of doubt. So when you're feeling cynical, doubtful, frustrated, doTERRA Motivate is great for helping you kind of change up change up your mindset, dispel those negative feelings, and give you motivation that you need to press forward. Okay. The next one in the kit is Cheer. This is a mix of wild orange, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, ginger, and cinnamon, and it promotes a warm and uplifting feelings to help brighten and invigorate your mood. Use it when you need a boost of optimism and cheerfulness. So, if heavy emotions are weighing you down, cheer is a good one to reach for. It's a little bit of a mix between spicy citrus. I absolutely love the smell of cheer. Passion. It already has fractionated coconut oil in it. And then it has cardamom, cinnamon, clove, jasmine, sandalwood, and vanilla. And it promotes rejuvenating and inspiring feelings. So when you need to get rid of the feelings of boredom or lack of purpose, it's again like a spicy herbal scent, and it'll help bring out your creativity. It's a very, very nice, um, a very, very nice essential oil blend that we offer. Forgive. This blend uses tree and herb essential oils to help encourage feelings of peace and forgiveness when you are consumed by negativity, anger, or guilt. So it has bergamot, uh, actually, I think you say it bergamot, juniper berry, myrrh, arborvite, and thyme in it. So it's a little bit more of like an earthy sort of blend. If you think about um, what you need when you're feeling things like guilt and betrayal and negativity and anger and all that kind of stuff, a lot of times you need to be grounded. And the earthy kind of smells help you connect with that part um, of just like the energetic environment. And Forgive is actually fantastic. I use that a lot when I do Symphony of the Cells. Counsel is our comforting blend. It is a mix of frankincense, patchouli, lang lang, sandalwood, and rose. The renewing and comforting scent of this blend will help with feelings of hope and get rid of and help you ease through feelings of sadness, disappointment, or grief. And then Peace is our reassuring blend. I carry a Peace roller in my purse with me all the time. I use it with my kids and for myself. So if you are feeling worried, fearful, unsettled, use this blend. It's a mix of soft floral aroma, and it like soothes those anxious feelings in your anxious mind. It's lang lang, lavender, vetiver, marjoram, clary sage, and spearmint. Um, Clary sage is one of those oils. I'm just gonna get on a side note, but if if you have the Peace Roller but don't have Clary Calm, you can use the Peace Roller. Like if you have really bad cramps, if you roll the Peace Roller over your abdomen, it helps ease some of that feeling. So anyway, I carry the Peace Roller with me all the time. Um, I just notice the boys, like sometimes they're stressed out a little bit, feel a little unsettled once in a while or whatever, and peace just it helps all the time. And then that is all. Those are all part of the kit I was talking about. Now, doTERRA also does the emotional aromatherapy touch collection. So our touch rollers are actually already mixed with fractionated coconut oil. So if you have sensitive skin, if you like to carry essential oils on the go all the time, if you want these oils for your kiddos, go with the touch collection. Um, because it's in a roller bottle, one, it's easy to carry around with you. Two, it is diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so you can use it on very sensitive skin. In it, like I will always talk about. I'm sure you've heard me dilute that with fractionated coconut oil, so you can put it on kids, and it or like so it doesn't have like the hot sensation of the oil straight on your skin. So the roller bottles already have that fractionated coconut oil in them. And so you can take it with you. You can carry them with you. You can use them on the go. You don't have to mix anything with it. It's just all set to use right away. And so the touch collection also comes with motivate, cheer, passion, forgive, console, and peace. Okay. Um, and these little roller bottles you can buy individually as well. So if there's, one that you like, say you like cheer the most and you use it for all kinds of things, you can buy, a couple of those, like one for your purse, one for your car, one for your kid's backpack, things like that. So you can buy them individually as well. Okay. A lot of people don't realize that even our emotional health starts in our gut health. So adding PB Assist, we've got this PB Assist, which is a dual cap. And then we also have PB Assist Junior, this one, for kids. So this is, it's almost like a little pixie stick. If they don't like just taking it directly into their mouth, you can actually mix it into yogurt, a smoothie, you name it, and you can get them to take it that way as well. But um, probiotics are super important to our gut health. When our gut health is not happy, nothing in our body can be happy, really. And so it definitely affects our emotions. And it is important to make sure that we're taking care of our gut health. So, PB Assist and PB Assist Junior are fantastic probiotics for doing that. Okay. I'm going to click on this one just for a second. So this is the Natural Solutions kit. It's under the enrollment kits, but I just wanted it because I just want to kind of touch this little bottle right here with the purple. That's Serenity. And I'm going to talk about that in depth in just a second. Of course, there's On Guard products. And then this box right back here, where the Lifelong Vitality Pack, that is our vitamin trio. In order to really start on a health and wellness path, it is important to build a strong foundation. And this multivitamin trio pack is the best foundation you can get for that, for starting. So, like, if you need one place to start, I recommend starting with Lifelong Vitality. And then from there, you can add different things, the PB Assist or other products. But if we're just using products here and there, we're never going to really be able to control or take a huge control over our overall health. Like, you need to use things regularly and create habits in order for it to actually help our health overall. So if you need a place to start, the Lifelong Vitality, or LLV for short, is the best place to start. And then from there, you can figure out what you need in addition to, you know, you can. I always tell people, pick your top 3 most important health concerns or things that you want to address, and then go from there. Then also On Guard. This is On Guard hand soap, but On Guard is so important because it is a support system to your immune system. And when we have chronic stress, our immune system starts to get weakened, and we need to do things to help support our immune system and boost it and help it work to the best of its ability. And that is what that is. Okay. I put on the photoestrogen complex on here because this is a great way to help balance hormones. Okay. Um, and this works with hormones that are already in your body, and it is just supporting your hormone balance, and it promotes healthy metabolism. Both men and women can take our vitamins, but definitely I feel like women's hormones, there are just so many things that happen in just our think about our cycle, like so many things happen that our hormones just need like extra boost. So this is fantastic um to add to that, and in turn can help our overall emotional well-being. Okay. Sleep is the key thing that we need in order for our body to work the way it's supposed to. If you are not sleeping well, maybe when you start with LLV, the next thing you should try is Serenity. And once our body is sleeping and getting the rest that it needs, it'll start to function better, like just from that. And then, of course, other things that we need to do to support different things helps. But if we are not getting good sleep, our stress levels go up. It can be so easy to get caught in the loop of chronic stress. Okay. This next little kit I absolutely love. This is called the Terra Kids collection. However, the oils aren't strictly just for kids. Again, they're in roller bottles, so they're diluted with fractionated coconut oil, which makes them easy to carry around, easy to use, and great for sensitive skin and whatever. But it's called the Kids Kit. I carry it in my purse all the time. I actually have it sitting on the desk right next to me while I do this, and it's definitely not just for kids. It has calmer, thinker, brave, strong, rescuer, steady, and tamer. So it's the restful blend, the focus blend, courage blend, protective blend, soothing blend, which is like for muscles, and that grounding blend, and tamer is the digestive blend. So like for stomach issues and stuff like this is a fantastic little oil kit. So say you start your LLV and you're like, what oil should I try? This gives you a little bit of everything in it. I absolutely love it. So when you pick an oil to use to help with your stress, okay, one of the things that you can do is you take the oil and you can either open up the bottle and just smell it from right inside the bottle and slowly breathe in for 30 seconds. Okay. You can also put a drop or two on the palm of your hand, rub your hands together and cup your hands over your nose and mouth and breathe in slowly for 30 seconds. Just breathe in that aroma and get that experience. Okay. Now, in order to train our brain to connect that with a positive experience, it is silly to only grab your oil for stress when you're stressed out. So, when you're first getting introduced to oils, as soon as you get that box in the mail, we all get super excited, right? When we get something fun in the mail. So your first box that you get, and you have your, let's say your piece roller, in there. Get out your piece roller and rub a little bit on the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together. And while you're super excited that you just got the super fun package in the mail, breathe in the smell of the piece aroma, in the piece roller, and breathe in that aroma. That will help your brain connect that feeling of excitement and happiness from like you just got that box to the smell of your piece, um, the piece essential blend. Okay. And so now we're training our brain on how to get into a different mode of thinking and feeling, just by smelling this essential oil, so that when you are in the moment of being stressed out or anxious or angry or whatever, you can breathe that in and it'll take you back to that place of happiness and excitement, okay? Just by smelling it because of the memory. So you want to do that. You also want to make sure that you do like a full body check. Go over while you're breathing it in, go over just mentally like everything that you're feeling right at that moment. So again, think about it. You just got this package in the mail, you're super excited. While you're breathing it in, do a body check. Start with your toes and move up all the way to your fingertips, the tippy top of your head, and just do like a full body check. Be present in this exact moment and how it feels, okay? Then that'll make it easier for you to connect to that the next time you breathe in peace. So then you want to make sure that you, whenever you're feeling stressed or whatever and need to come out of it, that you are allowing yourself to reach for those oils regularly, so that you can help your brain get back to like that zen, happy place. Okay. Um, and give yourself a little bit of time to connect with it. If you need to meditate, if you need to just sit in a quiet place for a few minutes, if you need to read it and breathe it in and read a good book while you're doing it, do what you need to do to just give yourself that moment, okay? And that just again be present in that moment and allow your body, mind, and emotions to shift. And Again, oils work differently for everybody. So if you're incorporating these into your daily personal routine, using oils every day will help you um, in these moments. So when you use them every day, it'll help you reach for them in the moments when you're not really thinking clear, because when you're stressed out or sad or whatever, you might not be thinking clearly. So if you don't use them every day, you're probably not going to reach for them. But if you get into the habit of reaching for them every single day and just incorporating them into your routine, like maybe use them in the morning when you wake up and at night before you go to bed, just regularly, you'll start to teach yourself to do that, and reach for them regularly and incorporate them into your daily routine, and then they'll help the most. But we just really need to realize that stress and chronic stress plays such a huge role in our overall health, and it is time that you take charge of that. So if you have any questions on anything, please reach out to me. You can, like I said, reach out to me on the Sense of Health with Nicole Facebook page or email me directly. And then that way it's just between you and I. So you don't accidentally post something on the page. So if you want like personal, in depth, like actual questions, email me at the map of your life at gmail.com and I will get back to you. And otherwise, if you need help setting up your first order, again, contact me and I will help you do that. And We can go over your specific needs at that time, one on one. So we can set up a little one on one meeting, and I can definitely help you figure out what would be the best place to start or what to try. Um, and then you can look at my actual doTERRA page, which is my.doterra.com/Nicole Snell, and then the number one. And that's Nicole, NicoleSnell, the number one. Okay. So my.doterra.com/Nicole Snell one. And right on there, there's a link where you can get in touch with me. You can look at all the products, you can whatever, and I can let me assist you with it with your very first order. Before you place it, just get me involved and I can help you. I can walk you through everything that you can do. And Because you'll want to set up your membership when you don't order retail pricing. Make sure you set up your membership and get the membership benefits, and the benefits of the pricing with membership. It's definitely worth it. That way you can actually set up an LRP once you have a membership, and an LRP is the loyalty rewards points. When you make purchases, you actually earn points towards free product. You can actually, depending on what you order, you can actually earn the free product of the month. So all of that, there are so many benefits to being a member, and it's not expensive to be a member. I think like annually it's like $32 or something like that. And actually the second that's the first year. The second year it goes down, I believe, to $28 maybe, and you get a free bottle of peppermint with the renewal of your membership. So um, ultimately, it's you can view it either as your membership's free or you get a free bottle of peppermint, but it's definitely worth the membership. And I can explain how to do your loyalty rewards points and all that kind of stuff in a one-on-one meeting. So get that scheduled with me, and I look forward to helping you out. So sorry for the super long class. It was just a lot of important information, and I really wanted to share that with you. So have a great day.